strikes against you. Trapped in poverty, generations of injustice and inequality. Ancestors changed the world, and though they came in chains, in you the strength and hope lives and still remains. You're mighty and majestic, descendants of kings and queens. Royal blood flows through your veins, children of the dream.
So hold your head up high,
Hold your head up
keep
high,
reaching for the
keep
sky.
reaching. No matter what, I know you can take it. No doubt about it, you're gonna make it. You're royalty, royalty.
You are royalty.
You're royalty.
We got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty.
Royalty.
Brother, you're a king. Sister, you're a queen. Children of a tree. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
Oh, that you're royalty, yeah. Every day and every hour, stand up tall, pride and power.
No matter what
people say about you,
we're gonna love.
never ever doubt you. Keep pushing, give it all you got. Don't stop till you reach the top.
So hold your head up high.
Hold your head up
Keep
high.
reaching for the
Keep
sky.
reaching. No matter what, no, you can take it. No doubt about it. You know I'm gonna make it. You're royalty.
Royalty.
Oh, yes, you are.
Got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty. Brother, you're a king. Sister, you're a queen. Children of the tree. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
You're beautiful.
Beautiful. So beautiful. You got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty.
And you're marvelous.
Marvelous.
And so powerful.
Powerful. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. Royalty. Royalty.
We got a message for you.
You got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty.
My brother, my brother.
Brother, you're a king. Sister, you're a queen.
Oh,
Children of the tree. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
Yeah. King Kutai, here for you and I. Got this message, I'm spreading the most high. Head high, I shine like my father smile. Down upon my kings and queens of all times. Blessings, man of color, original king ruler. Slave that made the way metaphorically. King Kuta, eyes on prize, my pride won't collide. In my right in your eyes, if I stand on mine.
You are royalty. We got a message from above. You ain't no thug. You're royalty. Brother, you're a king. Sister, you're a queen. Children of the tree. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
You're royalty.
If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty. If you've never been told, time for you to know you're royalty.
Welcome to the Sweet Lady and OT Gospel Show.
What's going on? Welcome.
Yes. OT, how are you today?
I'm great.
Yes,
You know,
it is good to have.
another beautiful day.
Yes. And hello, JB. How are you today? Sitting in with us today.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
JB, glad to see you with us today, man.
Yes. And we're so thankful that God has blessed us to see another beautiful day
Oh, yes.
and another opportunity to lift him up in this life.
Oh, yes.
You know, we appreciate, how God blessed us and how he gives us strength
Mm-hmm.
to do those things that need to be done for him, for his glory, that he might be glorified.
Right.
And we have some treats lined up for everybody today.
Oh, yes. It's going to be lovely.
Yes,
Beautiful.
very good treats. I like treats.
I love especially when it comes to, giving that good information.
this, that we are children of royalty. We are a child of the King, the greatest King of all things. So we appreciate how God blessed us to be His children, to be His child. We're so thankful that He chose us, and we want to stay in a position where we can make our choice of Him each and every day. And we're just so glad today that we have a reasonable self-respect. We had not been feeling too good, but we're so grateful now that we can just press on, press forward, and give God glory. And we have a special guest in the studio today. It's going to give us our special treat. We had talked a little bit about it online. We felt like, I guess I'll say advertise a little bit. But we will have someone to give us a little something else about a moment in time. We all have our moments in time. And what we contribute to our moments in time will depend upon us. So God has given us things to do. And we must be about our Father's business, as Jesus said. His mother inquired in the temple, wondering where he was, and all of that. He said, "Wist you not that I must be about my Father's business? I didn't come here just to do nothing, or just to be a child and grow up and not have a purpose. I have a purpose for which I'm here, and I got to be about my Father's business." And the Bible tells us, I think he was around the age of 12 at that time. So, children, you have a purpose for being here. Adults, you have a purpose for being here. We all have purposes, and it's up to us to seek God to find out what that purpose is. The reason we are here to serve God. And also, we're just so thankful that we, can have this opportunity. Smash Bros Radio has made this possible. And you see, OT, I'm representing today.
Yes, I see
Smash
that.
Bros. I have my Smash Bros shirt on.
I'm jealous. I don't have mine on.
And JB has his on too.
Oh, yeah.
SuperSmashBros.com.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I will make sure I have mine next week.
And last week we talked about we've been talking about bucket lists, things that we desire to do, and things we would like to take place in our lives before we're called home. And if anybody would like to share their bucket list with us today, you're welcome to do that.
Welcome to
Feel
call
free to do that.
Right.
Yes.
I'll post it on the live.
Right. And the number is area code 205-436-2583. And we know that we are not just here in the local area. We are broadcasting around the world. So if you would like to call in, you are welcome to call in. Or as OT said, you can put it on, share it on the live, and we can read it. Yes. We know we do have some listeners that are in Hong Kong. I think that is OT.
Yes, Hong Kong. Yes.
Yes, and we have a listener. We know we have listeners in Washington D.C. and Minnesota. I think that's where Skeet said he is.
Yes.
Okay, and we know they listen regularly. And so we appreciate them. We thank you so much for listening to the Sweet Lady and OT Gospel Show right here on Smash Bros Radio.
Oh yes.
And today we want to talk about just some of the benefits of the things that we talk about. We give good information, and we give good inspiration, good fun, and that's what we're here for. And today today is our Count Our Blessings Sunday.
Count Our Blessings Sunday.
And the song tells us if we start to count our blessings, we'll find out how much God has really, really done for us. And so much. I mean, he does for us each and every day.
Right.
Each and every day. And we want to let him know that we're thankful for his many blessings. And right now, we just want to start off with our Bible clues. Okay. And this is our first clue for the day. Let me put my glasses on so I can see it. The first clue is I married a very religious man. As a matter of fact, he was a prophet. I married a very religious man, and as a matter of fact, he was a prophet. That's our first Bible clue to our Bible Clues game that we're playing today.
Okay.
And the prize today will be a T-shirt,
Okay.
a Smash Bros Radio T-shirt.
Oh man. So I hope everybody tune in and try to win this nice shirt. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get mine.
Mhm. Yes.
And like the pastor said today, you know, we really sit back and look how far that we have came.
Mhm.
Consider where we were. You know, you'll be amazed, you know, as to how you see things now.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Yes, it is.
You know,
Okay.
I can still remember, you know what I'm saying, standing over in the projects, you know,
Mhm.
2-bedroom house, sharing it with you, you know,
Yes.
sister and brother, mom, you know, it's a big difference.
Yes.
You know, where we at now.
Yes. And
So
see, I'm sorry.
So
Go
you
ahead.
got to be appreciated. You
Yes.
thank God, you know.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, God.
Yes. And I can go back further than you because you know
Yeah.
I have you about 5 years. You know.
Right.
So I can go back further than you. You
Okay,
know, before the projects.
Before the project.
Because when we moved to the projects, we had moved up,
right.
considering where we came from.
Okay.
You know, so God has really been good to us.
Yes.
Has really been good to us.
Right.
You know, we just
It's a blessing.
yes, He has been very good to us, and you know, we want to talk about today. You know, I know a lot of times many people have issues with falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, insomnia is something that everybody experiences from one time or another.
Right.
And it can be very nerve-wracking. It can have an effect on the body, on the mind. You know, just being an insomniac. You know, not being able to sleep.
Right.
So we can, but there are some people that have the opposite problem of those that have insomnia.
Oh.
Yes, they have the opposite problem.
Opposite. Wow.
Yes. And they have what we call hypersomnia. Hypersomnia.
Okay.
And a hypersomniac have problems staying awake. It's a little different than narcolepsy.
Mm-hmm.
They're just sleepy all the time.
Sleepy.
And when they sleep, they don't get maybe like 2 or 3 hours like we do as maybe, well, I guess I would call myself a insomniac. Yeah. But most times I don't get a lot of sleep.
Wow, me neither. Right.
So, but a hypersomniac, they may sleep 12 hours.
Whoa.
And they still have the same issues as far as like health and things like that affects a person that doesn't get a lot of sleep, like an insomniac.
Right.
Insomniac. So, you know, you can be thankful because many of their complaints is there's not enough time in the day.
Not enough time in the day.
That's because they're sleeping most of the day away.
Right.
12 hours. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
If I ever slept 12 hours, other than I guess I don't know.
Unless
I don't think newborns, but yes.
That's about the only time I can think of me, you know, staying in bed more than 6 hours.
Yes.
Unless I'm sick. I just can't. You know, it's hard to do that.
Yes.
Unless you got that illness, you know.
Right. So it's you know, we have a lot to be thankful for.
Lots.
Because you know we could have hypersomnia.
Hypersomnia.
Wow. So we're just thankful, you know, that God blesses us the way that He does, you know.
Yeah, right. That's amazing, you know. I'm very appreciative. You gotta be appreciated, you know, and just count your blessings.
Yes.
Continue to count your blessings. Just think about all the things they said where you were and where you at now, and what you were seeing, what you came through. It's a blessing.
Yes, it is. And also, I had been thinking about, you know, how we talked about the different foods that we eat.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And grapes are a very good food.
Oh yes.
And they have many benefits. And you know, we give grapes to our children a lot when they're young because it's a good fruit to eat.
Right.
And one of the benefits of eating grapes, it makes your skin very glowing.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's good for the skin. Grapes are good for the skin. So if you're having issues with your skin, increase your amount
Oh, great.
of grapes. You can eat grapes to help that.
Oh,
So those things are good to know.
right. Like I said, you're gonna get some good information on this show. So
Yes.
I'm going to give me some grapes.
Yes. And so I said, well, I know I need to increase because there's a lot of water in them.
Right.
And so anything that has a lot of water, should be good for our skin.
Right. I notice when I do eat grapes, I get full.
Uh-huh.
I say eat grapes, next thing I'm full. So I guess that's a lot of water in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that's good.
Yes. And it's loaded with antioxidants.
And I,
Mhm.
okay.
And also it's a high source of potassium. So if you need to increase your potassium, consider including grapes in your diet.
Right. So that's the same thing like a runner. A runner would need more grapes in his system.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
See, I never knew that. I ate bananas and stuff like that, but grapes, I guess I had to put it in my diet because I want to start back running. We talked about that last show, so we got to get that in our diet.
Right. And another benefit of eating grapes is that they're good for the eyes. They're good for the eyes. And they promote eye health at the cellular level.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you have something?
Yeah, I'm gonna say something, sweet lady. You know how we go to the doctor to get our eye checked.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you your eye doctor ever told you to put grapes in your diet?
No.
It seems like they should. If they're saying grapes are good for your eyes, you go to the eye doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So if they tell them they just want to keep coming back to the doctor.
Right.
That's what it looked like to me. Ain't that something?
Yes.
They hold it back.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So we have to.
Right. You want that money.
So if you want to take care of yourself, you got to do some research.
Got to do some research.
Find out because they know these things,
right.
But that would cut back on their dollars.
Cut back on their dollars.
Oh yeah. So we have to know how to take care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that grapes are good for is it's good for the knees.
The knees.
Yes.
Oh.
So I need.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to increase if I plan to run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to.
So is it like when you say your knees, it's more like what the circulation or the?
Actually, the research that was done by Texas Women's University said that it gives relief from knee pain.
Okay.
The research that was done from knee pain. So that's what I need.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
I think
we all need that.
I hadn't experienced it before, but now I don't know if it's because of age or because of weight or what.
Yeah, all that gonna be considered into factor of age, weight.
Yeah.
Plus you were doing running.
Uh-huh.
So that get an impact on your knees too. So
yes, and being obese.
Right.
I mean, it plays a big factor in a lot of our health issues.
Yes, it does.
So it can hinder a lot, many things. In my own personal experience, I know when I've gained weight because I don't have the energy that I used to.
You pull that energy out.
It saps it.
Right.
And another thing that grapes are good for is the brain.
The brain.
It boosts brain power. It increases the blood flow to the brain.
Okay.
Many times they tell us, a lot of problems, the circulation things, the flow, blood into areas.
Right.
Like if we want our hair to grow, stimulate our scalp so that blood can get up there and cause the hair to grow.
Right.
So grapes help the blood flow to the brain.
Okay, sweet lady, is it a certain type of grape or just because you got so many types of grape?
Right.
So I'm just wondering, is it the green, the red, the blue?
Okay, so now what I've read is the red grapes with the seed, with the seed has more nutrient value than the green grapes.
The red grapes.
The red grapes with the seed.
All this time I've been buying them green grapes. That's why I can't see right now.
Yeah, but they're good for you. The greens ones, they are good for you. They're just not as good as they have more. The red grapes with the seed has more value.
Right, more value.
Okay, and that's it. So if you're looking to increase your brain power and
Mm-hmm.
have problems with your knees and problems with your eyes, and you want your skin to look better,
We'll hit them grapes up.
consider
I'm
putting
going to get
grapes
me
into your
some after
diet.
the show.
That's right. Consider putting grapes into the diet.
Yes.
And also, grapes are good, and you can cook with grapes too.
Yes, you can.
You can put them in salads, and and they're just they're a very versatile type fruit.
Right. Yes, it is.
Or you can eat them alone.
You can do what? Put on kebab.
Yes, you can put them. JB said put them on kebabs. We did
On
that one time.
kebab? Okay.
Yes,
I
we
never
put some
did
grapes and
that.
cheese. Yes,
That was good.
Yes, it was good. Very good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's great. I want to
Okay.
give a shout out to everybody that's tuned in on the live. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. All right, and at this time we have what time? Can you tell me what time it is? 2:29.
2:21. Yes.
Okay. 2:21. Okay, we're gonna get ready for our second clue.
Okay, second clue.
Our second clue today is
And what we're giving away, sweet lady?
we're giving away a Smash Bros. Radio T-shirt.
Okay. Smash Bros. Radio T-shirt.
Yes, and I'm representing today.
Y'all see that pretty shirt she got on?
Smash Bros. Radio.
You could be wearing that right now.
Yes. Okay, and our second clue is I had 3 children for my husband, and each one represented a judgment of God on his people for their disobedience. First clue was I married a very religious man. As a matter of fact, he was a prophet. And the second one was I had 3 children for my husband, and each one represented a judgment of God on his people for their disobedience.
Right.
Okay.
And the number to call is 205-436-2583.
Yes. Okay. And last week, we talked last week, OT, about helping our children. We talked about the mega prisons
Mm-hmm.
and how, it seems to us that it's not being thought through that we're not going to fail. It's being said to us that you are going to fail.
You are going to fail.
So we're going to build these big, huge prisons.
Right.
So we will have a place to put all of you who are going to fail.
Right.
Already in place.
Already in place.
Now, we rather put our money in the prisons than to put it in the neighborhoods to stop some of this.
Some of you can stop it.
Deter some of it.
Right. You can deter some of it.
And we know that in the schools, they are making determinations by the time the child is in the 3rd grade.
Mhm.
If they cannot read, they will end up in the mega prison.
In the prison.
So we want to do what we can to help our children to read. And there are some benefits, not only for the children, there are benefits for us when we read with our children.
Right.
And and so one of the benefits of reading with your child, it creates a bond.
Yes, it does.
You become closer, and the child enjoys that time with you and looks forward to that time, of reading along with you. Another benefit of reading with your child, of reading together, the main benefit is it sets them up to succeed. Who doesn't want their children to succeed?
Right.
Many times, even if we feel ourselves that we haven't succeeded in the things that we want to do, we don't want that same thing for our children.
No, you want your child to be better, to excel more than you have.
Yes. So we set them up to succeed when we read with our children. Succeed. Okay. And also reading aloud develops language skills.
Wow.
And it also helps the child's brain.
Yeah, when they're young like that, their brain is more a big sponge. They just absorb everything. So like you're right, it's so important that we read to our kids and very important.
Yes, and another thing that it does is it enhances the child's concentration.
Okay.
Now, I know a lot of times, when a child seemingly is hyperactive or whatever, the cure could be read with your child.
Mhm.
It'll help them to concentrate,
Right.
not to be their attention, not to be so quickly to go somewhere else and to do something else.
Mhm.
They'll know how to focus.
Right.
So there are benefits in reading with
A
your
lot of
child.
benefits.
Many benefits. Okay. And also, what reading does, it increases the thirst for knowledge.
Thirst for knowledge.
Yes, it gives you a thirst, gives a child a thirst for knowledge. I remember my children would just get books. They want me to read to them, read to them, read to them, read to them. And now when we talk as a family,
Mhm.
the memories that they remember so well is always about their trips to the library and the times I taught them during the summertime
Mhm.
and reading,
Right.
just things we did when we did together.
Did together.
Yes.
So when a woman is pregnant with the child,
Mhm.
it's also good to read
Yes.
to that unborn child.
Yes. Mhm.
Wow,
Yes.
that's good.
That's what the research has shown, that is beneficial.
Beneficial.
Okay. And also, reading helps develop empathy.
Wow.
Empathy. Children can learn how to put themselves in the position of whatever it is that you're reading about. Because if they hadn't been exposed to learn how to empathize with somebody else, knowing how to feel for somebody else,
Mhm.
then they don't know. We have to teach them early.
Teach them early.
Teach them early. And knowing that we have given them a good foundation.
Mhm.
And sometimes, the Bible lets us know they may go astray.
Right.
But guess what? They're going to come back whether they want to or not. They're going to come back to something.
Come back to something.
Because it's there. They got it as a child. So
Right.
it's coming back. All right. And we're just so thankful today. We
Yes,
want to
we
lift
are.
Christ up.
Yeah, I'm so thankful. Like yesterday, it was a beautiful day. Starting off early. It was hot. Everybody just enjoying. Then later on, all the tornadoes come.
Yeah.
So it's just like you gotta count your blessings. You sitting there enjoying life, then all of a sudden it can be taken away from you.
Yes. Yes.
Just like that. 'Cause some places I think the tornado did hit,
Mhm.
but it didn't hit on our side. But like I said, you gotta count your blessings every single day, every
Yes,
minute.
yes.
Because you never know.
You don't.
Enjoying life 1 second and gone in it.
Yes. So that's why it's important to be ready.
Be ready, yeah. Yes,
It's
you
important to be ready because me and my grandson, we stopped at this place Monday to get breakfast.
are. Mhm.
And then Tuesday, the person that served us was gone.
Wow.
Just that
his
quick.
birthday.
Just that quick.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's something.
That is
You
something.
got to be ready.
You gotta be ready.
Just don't know.
Man.
Okay. Now JB is sitting here with us because he's going to share something with us for a moment in time.
Okay.
And we, like I said earlier, we all have our moments in time,
Yes,
and
we
it
do.
all depends. It all depends on us what we do with it, And we're just not. He's just not sitting here. We're training him. That's what
Yes.
we're doing. We're trying to put something in him and let him know that there are options for you. You don't have to be a victim of the mega prison.
No, you do not.
We don't want that for him.
No.
So we're doing what we can with the one that we have here
Mhm.
to try our best to keep him away from the mega prisons.
And you can do the same thing with your child or with your neighbor child. Help them out. The best you can. Cause like I said, they already saying where we going,
Right.
but we can put a stop to it.
That's right. That's right. Don't let that be fulfilled in your life.
Right.
Be determined that it's not going to be fulfilled in my life.
No.
They building that mega prison for somebody, but it won't be me. I will
Mhm.
not be included.
Right.
I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to read. I'm going to get into knowledge. I'm
Mhm.
going to seek God first of all.
Right. Seek God.
I'm going to seek God for direction for my life. And when I seek God for direction for my life, He will lead and guide me.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes, he will.
and so we want to do what we can. And JB is going to share with us today about a moment in time. A person that this is I guess I would say in an acknowledgement of Black History Month.
Okay. Right, JB. What you got for us?
So this is the biography of Ben Carson.
Ben Carson.
And did you know that Ben Carson was born in Detroit, Michigan on September 18, 1951? His mother, though undereducated herself, pushed her sons to read and believe in themselves. Carson went from being a poor student to receiving academic honors and eventually attending medical school. As a doctor, he became director of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital at age 33 and earned fame for his groundbreaking work separating conjoined twins.
Okay.
He bid to become the Republican candidate for U.S. president after struggling in the primary elections. Carson dropped out of the race in March 2016 and then became a vocal supporter of Republican nominee and former rival Donald Trump. After Trump was elected president, he nominated Carson to become the Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Ben Carson, he made his bid for the presidential office, president office. But of course, he didn't make the president office.
No, he did not.
But he's mostly known for what he did in separating those conjoined twins. And he wrote, I know, several books, but one of them is Think Big and Gifted Hands, two of them that I know that I have read. Gifted Hands and Think Big by Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson.
Dr. Ben Carson.
A moment in time.
Appreciate that, JB.
Thank you, JB.
That's good work.
All right. And we're going to get ready to have our special guest on. And he's also here for our moment in time.
Moment in time.
And we're encouraging him. We're encouraging our young people. If they're on the right road, we want to keep them on the right road. We want to do what we got to do to help them to stay there, And he's going to sing for us today.
Okay. Oh, we got a treat.
Yes, we have our special
treat that's not
today.
being ate.
Yes. Okay. And what we need to do is take just a little small break.
Okay.
So that we can get our special guest.
Okay. Well, you gonna go to a little music break?
Yeah, just the.
Okay. Well, okay, we'll be right back. You're tuned into the Sweet Lady and OT Gospel Show right here on Smash Bros Radio. We'll be right back.
This is the Sweet Lady, and you're listening to the Sweet Lady and OT Gospel Show right here on Smash Bros Radio.
The opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and or guest. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Smash Brothers Radio, its affiliates, or any employee thereof. Listening discretion is advised.
All right. We know that there have been many contributions by people of color, Black people, African Americans. Many people have different names they like to be identified by. And this story here is concerning Thomas Dorsey. On July 1st, 1899, little notice was taken of a baby boy of color born in Villa Rica, Georgia, a small town some 40 miles west of Alabama. He, one of 7 brothers and sisters, was around the church most of his early life. His dad was a devout Baptist preacher, and his mother was an organist.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what his dad was and what his mother was. She started young Thomas on the piano when he was 7 years old. So if we've been training our children, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give
No,
up.
don't give up.
In his late teens, he decided to embark on a career as a blues musician, billed as Georgia Tom. This took him through the nightclubs of Atlanta to the jazz houses on the south side of Chicago. Because of his heritage, he very shortly tired of that kind of life and gravitated toward Christian music. At age 21, he joined the Pilgrim Baptist Church in Chicago, where he directed choirs and wrote more than 300 songs. In a taped interview in 1977, Thomas A. Dorsey told this writer the following story, which happened 45 years earlier.
Wow.
My wife, Nettie, was about to bear our first child. I was called to St. Louis to sing in a revival. I wondered if I should go because of my wife's condition. She persuaded me that I should go ahead. So I, alone in my Model A, drove to St. Louis. During the first night of the meetings, a lad brought a telegram to me while I was still on the platform. It was horrible news. It was a message that my wife had died giving birth to our son. I rushed to the phone while the people were still singing and found that the message was true. Mr. Gus Evans drove me back to Chicago that night. When I arrived, I found that the wonderful baby boy was seemingly fine. And yet, that night, he also died. I buried my wife and little son in the same casket. I became very despondent and filled with grief. A few days later, I visited with my good friend, Professor Fry. We walked around the campus of Annie Malone Poro College for a while and then went into one of the music rooms. I sat down at a piano and began to improvise on the keyboard. Suddenly, I found myself playing a particular melody that I hadn't played before that time. It was an adaptation of George N. Allen's melody used with the old hymn, Must Jesus Bear the Cross Alone? As I played, I began to say, Blessed Lord, blessed Lord, blessed Lord. My friend walked over to me and said, why don't you make that Precious Lord? I then began to sing, Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. And Christian Mobley is here to sing for us today, Precious Lord,
Precious
by
Lord.
Thomas A. Dorsey.
Precious Lord, take my hand and lead me on. Let me stand. I am tired. I am weak. I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my light is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand,
lest I fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. When the darkness appears and the night draws near, and the day is past and gone. At the river I stand, guide my feet, hold my hand. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. Wow. That's great. Hey, that's a beautiful song. You know that song bring tears to a lot of people's eyes. I'm not crying now. I'm just saying, you know.
It's all right, OT.
It brings tears to a lot of people's eyes. I've seen them sing that song. Every time I turn around, you know, everybody just boo-hoo and crying. That's a beautiful song.
Yes, and Christian did a wonderful,
He did a
wonderful
wonderful
job. Let's give him
job.
another hand.
He did a wonderful job.
Another hand.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christian. Yes, and see, this is what we want to do. We want to encourage our young people.
Right.
Encourage them to stay with God.
Mm-hmm.
God has a plan for our lives. And guess what? The devil got a plan too.
Yes.
But we don't want him to implement his plan in our life. We want God's plan to be implemented in our life. And guess what? The older ones, we're the ones to help our children.
Right.
We're the ones that we should be pushing our children to stay in the straight and narrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know a lot of times children grow up and they decide they want to do something else. But guess what? Keep praying as parents. I'm doing this myself. Keep praying. Keep believing. Because if you laid that foundation, hey, that it's there.
Right.
You know, they may try to run from it because they don't want, at this time, they don't want to give into it.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Hold on to the word of God. Because God's word is true. It has never failed. Never. I can't find now one scripture that I have stood on and it failed me, OT.
Right.
Not one. I can't. When God said he will supply our needs. He will supply our needs.
Abundant.
When he said he'll give us the desires of our heart if we delight ourselves in him.
Right.
Guess what? He gives us the desires of our heart if we delight ourselves in him.
Right.
His word is true. I found it to be true.
Right.
That's why I'm here today, because I found God's word to be true, and I want to tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to lift Christ up because he deserves to be lifted up. He said in his word, if I be lifted up, I will draw. Right. All I got to do is lift him up.
Lift him up.
That's my job as his child, to lift him up. He said he would draw.
He would draw.
So that's what we're here for. Right. That's why we have this show. We're here to lift Christ up. We ain't trying to pull nobody and trying to make nobody feel bad or none of that. We're just here to lift Christ up and give out some good information and have some good fun.
And good, clean fun.
That's what we're here for. And we're praying because God requires that of us. There are some things we have to do.
Right.
We have to be obedient. Mm-hmm. We have to love our neighbor and we have to love God first and foremost. That's what his word tells us.
Right.
And so, we want to do what we're supposed to do. And he'll take care of the rest.
He'll take care of the rest.
So, you pray for me because that's what I want to do. Right. I want to be obedient.
Be obedient.
Be obedient to what thus said the Lord. That's right.
And, I was having a conversation with somebody. They said, the things we've been through in the past, but now it seems like we hate one another more. Mm-hmm. But that's fact, we've been through so much. Mm-hmm. But why do we hate one another? Mm-hmm. It's crazy how you can hate, somebody, but we went through so much back in the days of the struggle.
Yes.
We hate one another now. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Yes. It's just like will it ever get over?
Yes.
You know,
Either we have forgotten about the struggle, or we can't identify. You know, somewhere we've been spoiled.
Right.
We you know, like Mama talked to us about, you know, the struggle that they went through. You know, things we hadn't experienced.
Right.
We hadn't experienced having to be out in the field working from sun up to sundown and eating the same thing every day.
Right.
Every day.
Every day.
On end. And so as a result of it, because we have so much now, we get in our cars, we got these big fancy houses, we got all these nice clothes, go in our closet.
Cell phone.
We got it all.
Right.
We're spoiled rotten.
We spoiled. Okay.
And guess what? That spoiled and rotten has caused us to be hated by one another.
Be hated.
Hating each other. Hating on each other, because the other one feel like, well, I don't have it, you got this, and you know, it caused all this animosity when it shouldn't.
Right, it shouldn't. You should be happy. You should be like, man, I'm so thankful, so glad that you doing good.
Yes.
But in reality, back of the head, nah, I hate this person. I don't want him to have this. I want this. But like I said, it shouldn't be like that.
Right.
When will we ever get over that hump?
Yes. And I remember, you know, this came to my mind. I remember when I first got the restaurant, first opened up the restaurant, I had people calling me on the phone. People I don't know who they were. Right. They would cuss me out.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, what is this? What is this? It's strange.
That's very
strange. But you know, I had to just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, they have the problem, not me.
Right.
And why they have a problem, I can't even tell you. You know, because I'm just who I am. I'm married.
Right.
You know, sweet lady.
Sweet lady.
I'm just who I am. I don't
you trying to be
take myself to be somebody. You know, I've never been that way.
Right.
So, but anyway, we're just so thankful. Okay.
Count our blessings Sunday.
All right. We have somebody on the live. It says, I see you, Bump and Mom. I can't read it.
And oldest, I'm watching y'all. That's Jerome Bell.
All right, Jerome. Shout out to you, Jerome.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
I hope you're getting some of that good information. That's what we're giving today.
Yes.
I mean, if you missed it, you can always go back.
All right. And we have a phone call. Maybe we have somebody calling in to. All right. Thank you for calling the Sweet Lady OT Gospel Show. You're on the air.
Yes, I just wanted to share something that someone sent me not too long ago.
Okay.
Is it okay for me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. A youngster asked his grandfather, "Grandpa, how did you people live before with no technology, no airplanes, no internet, no computers, no drummers, no TVs, no air cons, no cars, no mobile phones?" And Granddad replied, "Just like how your generation lived today. No prayers, no compassion, no honor, no respect, no character, no shame, no modesty."
Wow.
And when you were talking about how when your mother, how she had to go through and work in the field, things that you may not know about,
right.
It just made me think about that. That someone sent me, and I just wanted to share.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
That's beautiful.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
yes,
you.
That's deep too. Yes.
That's very deep.
Yeah, we don't want to be living without prayer, without concern for our fellow man, and the other things that she said. I know she said a mouthful.
Yes, she did. It's a lot to take in. We're going to rewind this show ourselves, and listen to what that caller just said. We appreciate you, caller.
Thank you so much.
Sweet lady, we went to the next question. Or was that the last?
No, we have one more.
One more
clue.
One more clue. Okay.
And let's see what the clue is. The next clue, the last clue. And after this clue, we'll start taking calls at 2:50 for the answer. 2:50 for the answer to win a Smash Bros Radio t-shirt.
Well, the Sweet Lady is modeling today.
Yes. Sweet Lady got a shirt on representing. Okay.
And JB.
I was a woman of dishonor, a prostitute. Who am I? Now, if you've heard,
clue.
That's the third clue. If you've heard the first, second, and third clue, and you know the answer, at 2:50. We will take your call, and you can win a Smash Bros Radio T-shirt
Smash Pro Radio T-shirt.
right here.
205-436-2583.
Yes.
You got that pinned up there, JB?
Phone number. Okay,
Okay.
it's pinned. All
Right.
right. All right. Hi, Irma. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's see, who is anybody else? Anybody else on the live now? Okay. All right.
Okay. So we okay, yeah, we got it up there now. That's appreciate it. So it's 2:50, and we're gonna be start accepting calls. So call in. You want to win this gift? Sweet Lady gave you 3 clues. Hope you know you written them down, or can you remember? So you can win this T-shirt.
Yes. I'm gonna give them all one more time.
Okay.
The first one was, I married a very religious man. As a matter of fact, he was a prophet. The second clue is, I had 3 children for my husband, and each one represented a judgment of God on his people for their disobedience.
Mm.
And the third one is, I was a woman of dishonor, a prostitute. Who am I? So we're looking for this person that became the wife of a prophet.
Mm-hmm.
She became the wife of a prophet, and God used her to show some things to his people.
Wow. Call in 205-436-2583. So, Sweet Lady, what's the rest of the day having in store for you?
Well, I'm just, as I hadn't been feeling well.
Right.
I was in and out of the bed yesterday trying to do some things that need to be done, but the bed kept calling me.
Right, I got you. Understand.
So, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to, be here today on the show and to share some inspiration. Right. And some good information.
Good information.
And have some good fun.
Some good fun.
I need it,
Right.
And just, so today, we'll do as we usually do. We'll go to we'll eat dinner with the family.
Right.
And then probably head on home.
Okay. We had somebody on the live.
Mm-hmm.
Tanya Burns says more and more suicide going on in school.
Yes. We touched on that. What that was last show we touched on that. But yes, it is. So that's something. Mm-hmm. And we're sorry, that we've talked about bullying, and we're going to talk about that subject again. And we want, like I said, we want to hear from those that have went through the experience, how you came through it, because we want to have some resolutions. We want to be able to tell our children how to resolve, how to stop, how to resolve the issues of bullying. Right. We don't want to just talk about it, but we want to show you how to get out of it or how to stop it.
Right. So is that saying that's showing perseverance? Did I say it right?
Say it again.
Perseverance.
Okay, you want to talk to us about perseverance?
That's what I'm saying. If somebody been bullied and they overcame a lot of, a lot of that, would that be, So yeah, so that's something that that will fall upon perseverance. And at the same time, I could, in the Bible, we had a lot of different people that came to perseverance, like Job.
Yes, persevered. Yes,
perseverance. Job, he lost a lot, and he stayed strong with God, faith, and and God rewarded him later on.
Yes.
And the same thing with Moses, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it just continue to look, keep the faith.
Right. Yes, and and Jesus had to persevere in order to get to the cross.
Right.
Because his flesh. I mean, he was human as well as being God. Mm-hmm. But his humanity, he had to overcome and persevere so that he could overcome his flesh.
Right.
Because in the garden, he was like, Lord, this cup you've given me.
Mhm.
You know, you've given me this cup to die on this cross, and I want to do it the way you want me to do it. You know, he showed us he was our perfect example
Right.
of everything or anything that we go through. We can look to Christ,
Mhm.
look at his life, study his life, and find out how we're supposed to go through it
Mhm.
and overcome it. You know,
Right.
so you know we have the Bible, the Word of God. The Word of God is our roadmap. It's our guide. It's our whatever we need. We can find something to help us in the Word of God.
Mhm.
And I was thinking yesterday. I said, now the Bible tells us to go to the ant. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. You know, a sluggard is a person that's kind of lazy or
Mhm.
don't want to have no push.
Right.
You know, so the Bible said, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard,"
That's
which
slugger.
having no guide,
Mhm.
no overseer, no ruler, but yet she provide her meat in the summer.
Mhm.
She ain't got nobody telling, okay, get up and go do your work, go do what you're supposed to do. She ain't doing that. The
Right.
Bible tells us to learn from her.
Right.
We know that. I mean, it's evident. It's beyond a shadow of a doubt. We did not come here to stay.
That's no
We
doubt.
are gonna leave here one day, or Jesus is gonna come back. However it goes, but we didn't come here to stay.
No, we did not.
So because we know this, that means we need to be prepared to leave here.
Mhm.
It ain't about what we have while we're here,
Right.
because you know we've heard many times there's no U-Haul behind a casket,
No, it's not.
behind the cemetery, you know, procession.
No, it's not.
There's no U-Haul. We ain't taking none of it
Can't
with
take
us.
it with you.
So guess what? We need to be doing. We need to be prepared.
Getting prepared.
To leave here.
Right.
And you know, also I thought about about making decisions.
Right.
Many times, you know, when you make you have to. I remember our former pastor, she used to say, it takes any fool can learn from his own mistakes,
Mhm.
but it takes a wise person to learn from the mistakes of others. And I just began to think, I pondered that, I thought about that. I said, now, me in my mind, take this off. In my mind, I'm thinking now, if I see somebody go over there and rob the store,
Uh-huh.
and I see they get caught, and they go to jail, and then they get out, and their life it's like a cycle.
Right.
But my mind said, I don't want to go that way.
I don't want to go that route.
But yet we still have people every day.
Yeah.
They see that person went in and tried to rob a store, and their life didn't end up doing nothing,
Mm-hmm.
not being prosperous. Then they go do the same thing. Why?
Wow.
Do you think you're gonna do any different or
They
get
think
away with it?
Right. They think they Superman. They can get past it, I guess. You know.
But guess what?
Superman ain't real.
Guess what? They get just like a bird in a snare.
Uh-huh.
They get caught too.
They get caught.
And it's like a continuous cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere it should dawn on me. Okay, if they trying to rob this dollar store and they get caught, and I'm going to prison for a few dollars, really?
A few dollars.
And I'm gonna go and do the same thing that Joe did, that Jack did, that Henry did, that Sam did. Why?
It's like they live in a fairy tale, a make believe world. I'm just thinking the way because they think like that. Like I said, I'm not gonna get caught. I can do better than that next person. My plan is better, you know.
Yes.
But it's not.
Right.
It's not better.
Right. So, we want to know how to make good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things is to think about all the consequences. First of all, you need to know what you're trying to do.
Right.
Have your goal in mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. And think about, is this something I want to do? Or am I willing to do everything that it takes to reach this goal?
Right.
Then the second thing is to think about all the what about this? What if this? What if that? What about this and what about that?
Mm-hmm.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever it takes. Think about everything that could possibly happen.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going in this store, I'm going to rob this store. First thing I need to think about, am I going to be able, how much they got in the store?
Right.
What kind of community is, that type of stuff.
Right.
Okay. Am I going to get caught?
Mm-hmm.
Did Jack get caught?
Yeah.
Did Henry get caught? And I'm not calling, and I know some people out there with those names.
But we're not calling.
But I'm not talking about you all. I'm just using these as examples. Okay. So why would I go and do the same thing Henry has done? And go to end up in jail over a few dollars.
$3. Cause that's all you really getting out of family dollars.
And wasted time.
Wasted time.
So we want to do better.
Yeah, we do.
Decision making. We want to learn how to make good decisions.
Got to.
Good decisions. Good choices. And there are some things that we can do. A good choice is, okay, I'm going to ask them if they would hire me.
Give me a job, right?
Yes. Please give me a job.
Yeah, I can sweep the driveway out or
Yes.
something, parking lot out. But you just gotta ask questions. A lot of people don't want to ask questions.
Yes.
That's one thing.
And I'm gonna lose my life over $2 maybe.
$2.
If the store got that much in it.
Wow.
Or the item that I take out of there.
Mm-hmm. You see it on news every day. Somebody want to try to, jump and be Superman. But like real, I keep saying like Superman ain't real though.
Right. So we want to, make good choices.
Good choices.
And the Bible tells us to choose this day. God said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I said life and death before you. Now he said, I would that you choose life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want you to do.
Right.
But he already know everybody's not going to choose life.
Right.
He said, but I would that you choose life.
Mm-hmm.
I said life and death before you. Choose life.
Choose life.
You only get one life and one eternity.
Amen, JB. JB, say what you say, JB?
You only get one life and one eternity.
Okay.
Okay, you want to spend that eternity with Jesus.
Right.
You want to spend that eternity with Jesus. All right. And we are, okay. We have gone over our time, OT.
Oh yes, we have.
I didn't realize
that. Because it's just so much fun when we get together. A lot of fun. Then we get all the good information. Cause I'm going to get me some grapes as soon as I leave here. So I'm letting y'all know that. Good.
And I know I get kind of carried away. I get kind of excited. I get talking. I told y'all from the beginning. I get talking about the Lord. I just
right.
And I get all up in it.
Right. And we appreciate our special guest over there,
yes.
Christian.
Yes.
We enjoyed that.
Great job,
that great
Christian.
song that you did, and you always welcome to come back to the Sweet Lady No Tea Gospel Show house. We call this our house now. We taking over.
Yeah.
It ain't what they call the Smash House. Sweet Lady No Tea House today. So, come out and enjoy it with us.
Yes. Thank you so much. And JB also told us about Ben Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate that, JB. Thank you so much. And
let me read that what LaTanya just said.
Okay.
It says sometimes the pressure of life could cause people to commit crimes when they can't get a job because of their records.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, because of your record. But my thing, what I was saying is, I know you have a record.
Mm-hmm.
Don't keep making the same mistakes.
Right.
When you make your choices. And we're trying to deter our children from going that way. Like my grandson's in here. I want him to know how to make decisions.
Right.
Think about it. You see, that's not working for Henry, James, and Jack. Mm-hmm. Well, don't go that way.
Right.
Don't do that.
And we had a great show with the last weekend, the Second Chances.
Oh yes.
That's right there. What she just said. You got a second chance. You don't have to go with that rap.
Right.
Like you said, you got to read. You got to ask questions. You got to, do some kind of can't think of it. To look up to find different ways to get help.
Right. And there is help. There is help, and I found that out.
Right.
I went to that event.
Okay.
Unlocking Second Chances, and you'd be surprised how much help is out there.
Yes, it's a lot of help.
But we sometimes don't prosper because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're here. We want to provide good information. Good information on this show. Because I came to some situations in my life I didn't know what to do. And somebody directed me. So okay, well, it's been passed on to me. Let me pass it on to somebody else, because just like I don't know somebody else in the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to pass that information on.
Okay. Thanks, LaTanya.
Thank you, LaTanya. We appreciate you tuning in to the Sweet Lady No Tea Gospel Show.
So we didn't get a one of the day?
No, we didn't. We didn't get a winner today. We'll have to hold on to it until the next time.
Yeah, we'll hold on to the next show then.
And we didn't have anybody to call in and share their blessings with us. I know I kind of I don't know, maybe I was too long-winded today. But I do that because we don't want to have a whole lot of blank space.
Right.
We don't have anybody waiting on us, call in or talk or share with us.
Yeah, but everybody enjoy your long wind. So continue to do your long way.
Okay, well, good. Thank you. Okay. Well, this time we're going to get ready to say so long until the next time.
Oh, yes. Until we'll take, I'll let you close, sweet lady.
Okay. Well, I just want to leave this scripture with you that we want to, so we can consider in our choices and our decisions that we make, because we want to do everything. The Bible tells us in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 10, whether therefore you eat or drink. It comes down to what we eat and drink. No matter, in other words, it's the smallest things.
Right.
Whether we eat or drink or whatsoever we do.
Whatsoever we do.
We want to do all to the glory of God. We want to consider God in all that we do in our choices. In our choices. And, you know, we just thankful that God provides for us.
Right.
He will provide. And like I said, you know, we have found out there's so much help out there, but you just got to, know about it.
Gotta know
and that's
about
what we're here for. We're here to share good information.
Right.
Good information. Want to get it out there.
And you can always go back on our page, and we got that information about the second chances and anything else you need to find out. We have it on our page.
Right.
Sweet Lady No Tea Gospel Show page, Facebook page. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. What's up, Roger Washington?
Thanks
and everybody else, yes. And until we meet again, till we see y'all next Sunday.
God bless you.
God bless you.
And we love you. And God loves you more.
Right. Thanks for tuning in to the Sweet Lady No Tea Gospel Show. And we'll see you next Sunday. Peace. Hey, what's up? This is OT. And you're tuning in to the Sweet Lady and OT Gospel Show right here on Smash Bros Radio.